Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day this video. Okay, I just wanted to kind of express my frustration with not only this little ASIC miner here, well it's not little, it's a Flueminer L1, but it's not mining anymore. And I don't know what happened. It's been quite flaky since I got it, but I just wanted to express my frustration with a lot of these types of ASIC miners. Like, I have another dead Antminer K7 here, and I'm just gonna give you guys my experience over the past couple years. I have a lot of big boy miners that have died and have needed repaired, but I've also had newer miners like that Flueminer that just died as well, and some newer Bitmain models that have, only ran for a couple months and then died as well. I feel like overall, like my whole lifetime in ASIC mining, I've had maybe 50% have needed to be repaired or was unrepairable. So I'm just going to talk about that in today's video and just talk about all the models that I've had that have not been working, and maybe talk about some models that have been working. But my sample size is very small, so my experience may not be the same experience that you guys have. But I would love to get your guys' experience down below, which ASIC models have been good for you. And if you do that, if you comment down below your experiences with any type of ASIC miners, I'm gonna choose a winner after 24 hours for the RPM Hollow sticker, and also the regular non-hollow sticker, and also a smaller one. So in 24 hours, I will choose the winner for these RPM stickers. So good luck, get your comments in down below. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the bad experiences I've had with ASIC miners. So that's probably a good segue in today's video sponsor.
Wondering what crypto miner hosting is and why you need it? If you're tired of dealing with high heat, constant noise, and skyrocketing electric bills from running your crypto miners at home, we've got the solution. Welcome to Terra Hosting. We make crypto mining hassle-free. Our top-tier facilities ensure your operations run smoothly with an impressive average 99% uptime. Need help? Our 24/7 support team and repair services are always ready to assist you. Got a broken machine? We offer RMA assistance to get you back on track as fast as possible. While you wait for your unit, Terra Hosting will loan you a similar model so that you don't lose hash rate, keeping your profits coming in. Looking to expand your farm? Our clients get significant discounts on mining hardware. Make the smart move to Terra Hosting. Visit terrahosting.io today and experience stress-free crypto mining.
Okay, so I want to talk about first my Bitcoin miner. So I have a Antminer S21 Plus here. Okay, this guy is a SHA-256 miner, Bitcoin miner from the Bitmain S21 family. And I have heard reports that these miners are extremely unreliable, and weather and your environment plays the part a lot. So I'll give you guys one of my experiences. I have my S21 Pro hosted right now, and I got it hosted for about just a month or two, and then wintertime came and it died. So it didn't fare very well in the cold temperatures, and it was an S21 Pro. Granted, I only had one, right? But then I talked to someone else that had 100 of these S21 Pros, and 50% of them died during the winter time. So anyways, to get them repaired required, I believe it was a power supply connection issue with the hash boards that shorted the boards, because if the weather got too cold, it would essentially snap something. So that's insane, right? That is just crazy. So that's my I'd say recent experience of a newish, ASIC miner, the Bitmain S21 Pro. Now I have another Bitcoin miner, it's not here, but it's a WhatsMiner M60S, again hosted as well, but at a different location. But that one also died after about a year of runtime. So we all know WhatsMiner has extremely great reliability, especially in the past, but thank goodness it was hosted at terrahosting.io, and the Mining King told me that it needed, I believe, a hashboard fix, and so he sent it off to ASIC Master. That's a repair company based out of the States, the United States, and they were able to fix it and get it back up and running within 2 weeks, which was really great service there. But yeah, to have my new WhatsMiner M60S die was really a shock to me. So yeah, those are the two, I'd say, recent Bitcoin miners that have died for me. Okay, that's a little bit quieter here. Now, I have a bunch of older, Bitcoin miners from Bitmain, like an S19J Pro, S19K Pros. I have not had any issues, knock on wood, on any of those models. The S19J Pros, 104 terahash models honestly have been tanks for me. I have not had any issues with them. They're at my other basement right now, so they're not here. So yeah, those ones have been good for me. I know S17s, from what I heard in the past, were really bad reliability. But yeah, the S19J series were just like tanks, and I didn't have any issues with those. Now, the next one, okay, I have a Antminer K7 here. Actually, I have two of them, and I had both of these. Well, I have another one. It's hosted, but it's gone now. It's long gone. I had K7s for about 2-ish years, okay, and they lasted decent, but they both died at the same time, but both of them were hosted at 2 different locations. So really funny to say that, yeah, my K7s, I have to say, really bad reliability, and they ultimately died. I know the Mining King told me that they had a lot of K7s die as well, so I don't think the K7s were really good at all. Now, I have another altcoin ASIC, not the K7, which is for CKB, but I have an Antminer KA3. You guys probably know that one. It's not here, but that's also dead, and that only lasted about a year and a bit, a year and a couple months mining. I did do an update video about that, how much Cadena I've mined with that thing, and I haven't ROI'd on that, or at least break even on that thing yet, including the electric, so I'm needing Cadena to go up. But anyways, KA3 only lasted about a year and a couple months. So to get that repaired, the KA3 wasn't possible, or it was possible, but it would have required all the chip replacements, which would have cost almost, I think, or half of a KA3 anyway, $1,000 or $2,000 to get it repaired. So I'm like, F that, I am not gonna get the KA3 repaired. Now, I have 2 E9 Pros here. Both of these actually died as well at one point during its hosting journey over the past year, but they were able to get repaired thanks to Decentral. Now, I'm not quite sure what they did to repair them, but they both essentially needed to have repairs, okay? These are E9 Pros for mining Ethereum Classic and Octaspace. So I did have probably a good couple weeks of downtime, and that's the thing, when your ASIC miner dies, you gotta have to wait like a couple weeks, sometimes maybe a couple months. And my S21 Pro, it's actually still being repaired right now, or I don't think it's being repaired anymore because Bitmain might have thrown it out. So that's the thing I've been thinking about, with Bitmain and people that have been getting repairs on their ASIC miners. Sometimes it takes weeks or months to get them back, and you miss all this downtime and your earnings are gone and you're never gonna break even on it. It's just brutal. And I think the repair business for ASIC mining, it's obviously a huge business in of itself, because Bitmain makes a lot of money from people that are needing repairs, and of course selling the parts to other repair businesses that do ASIC repair. So it's just literally like auto manufacturers, which they actually make the most money from doing repairs and maintenance. So yeah, it's just crazy, right? These ASIC miners are, some of them have been good, some of them have been mostly bad. And for me, as the content creator, like I said, I think I have like at least 50% of ASIC miners that have been needing repair or just scrapped and have never hit break even. Now, I have 2 gold shell HS lights here that are also broken. These are for mining Sia coin. Now, obviously, these aren't like bigger boy miners. I'd say like medium scale home miners, 120 volt capable. These were basically heating my house upstairs over the past maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, Gold Shell, Gold Shell doesn't have a very good track record as well for a lot of these, mini home miners as well. I'd have to say I've had a lot of broken Gold Shell miners over the past couple years as well. Let me know your guys' experience. But man, I don't know what it is. Do I just have bad luck, or is my environment too dry? I live in a very dry environment. Like, I don't have very humid temperatures here, so miners don't really rust where I live. Maybe because it's so dry that maybe there's a lot of, I don't know, static electricity, static discharge. I don't know, maybe that's breaking these miners from where I am. Again though, I had majority of my stuff hosted, so I don't know. But I do have currently a bunch of ASIC miners here hosted at my house. As most of you know, right, I have my ASIC rack here. I have an S21 XP that's sitting there. I got an Avalon A1566, and then I have an Antminer E11 Okay, this is the ETC miner, and that one, it's kind of been going off and on actually. I'm not quite sure why it's been doing that, but it's still mining. I just have to restart it. So yeah, sometimes I feel like that's gonna go. I have a few Bombax miners, iPolos have been generally good for me. Bombax miners, I haven't had any issues. But yeah, the Bitmain like S21 series, the XP here, I'm really not quite sure how long, long term, how reliable that's going to be. But my S21 Pro didn't last that long, and now I have an S21 Plus as well. So I'll see how long. Again, I'm only one sample size, right? So I don't have like hundreds of these to really give you guys, oh, this brand or this model is good or better. But let me know down below. Just give your guys' experience. S21 Plus, S21 Pro, XP, are they bad? Or any other new miners over the past year or two? Give me your guys' experience down below. I'd love to read it and just gauge, what type of miners have been obviously bad for most people. Again, comment for the stickers. Okay, I'm not done yet, okay? I still have a few more miners that have really not been well for me, okay? So yeah, this Fluminer L1, I believe this is like a test unit, so I think that's why it's really not performing well for me. So I am in contact with Fluminer, like, hey, can I get a replacement, or can I ship this back, get it fixed? But yeah, it's ultimately not mining. It says it's mining, it says okay, but in reality, it's not mining, okay? And in the web GUI, it says that it's just turning circles, and there is no hash rate or anything. And on the mining pool, it doesn't show anything. Just to show you guys here, like it goes on and then, it goes off. Let me refresh. Yeah, it's like, it's not working, right? This thing just is not mining anymore. I've done firmware, downgrades, firmware upgrades. I've tried all the different mining pools I could, and it just doesn't work. So Fluminer, I know they're kind of a new company, so maybe that's why. Then I do have a Lucky Miner LV08. This thing does not work. Yeah, I first got this maybe a couple months ago. I was recording a video and ultimately it would never mine. This is the closed sourced BitX software essentially, and I can't firmware update it or anything like that. Granted, I know there is a mod to get past it and put the open source BitX OS on here. But yeah, the Lucky Miner here I have is dead. Now another one is the Gold Shell Byte, this new one here. Okay, I'm actually having issues with it. It's able to mine Aleo and Doge. I have both of those cards, right? But the Aleo card cuts off or stops mining after, I don't know, a couple hours or so. And in order for the Aleo card to get back on again, I need to restart it, take out the cable and put it back in. Then it starts to mine, okay? Right now I have it on, I don't have the official charger, so it's on like normal hash rate mode, so I'm not using 140 watts. But yeah, the Aleo card, it just does not mine. Now I think that's an issue, I guess, chips. I've been told with Ice River that Gold Shell may not have been implementing the Aleo algorithm correctly to the ASIC chip or something like that. I'm not an ASIC developer, so I'm not quite sure what they mean exactly. But yeah, it drops off every now and then on the pool, and I have to reset it by taking it out, putting it back in. So that's an issue with the Aleo card. The Doge card, the DG card works fine, but yeah, this is obviously a new product and it's essentially having issues already. All right, guys, so I think that's really it. Those are like the main, I did talk about all my big ASIC miners. That's really the ones I really wanted to hone in on. KA3 died, S21 Pro died, I still don't have those back. The KA3 I know I'm not getting back already. S21 Pro, I don't know where it is. It's been a couple months already, and yeah, just over the past couple years, just been burned, I feel. With all these ASIC miners. But I feel like the older ASIC miners, like my L7, the Litecoin, Dogecoin one, right? The L7 has been a tank. And then again, my S19s, S19J Pros, S19K Pros have been awesome to me. So it's like the older ASICs have been a lot better, but now all the newer edge stuff hasn't been as good. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. And again, comment down below just your guys' experience. What ASIC miners have you guys had that have died or have given you issues, and I'll choose a winner for some stickers here. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out. Ooh, stay tuned for this NerdX++, NerdQX++. This thing looks sick. Look at this thing. Awesome.